I'm your host, Madalina Andrei, Partnership Manager with xpath.global. Considering this is an event meant for EuRA members only, most likely you know me. I must have hunted you several times at some point in the past. But for those of you not yet familiar with xpath Global, we are the first cost-enabled marketplace in the global mobility sector that enables the direct relationship between local and regional experts offering specialized services like destination, immigration, visa, tax services, and corporate clients in need of those services all around the world. This is our 25th event from the xpath.NEXUS series, which has as main goal to become a place where we can share best practices in our industry, learn from each other, and most importantly, grow together. This is a special event, as you can see. We have it in partnership with EuRA, European Relocation Association, and we're covering a very specific topic, the much-awaited Congress in Seville this year, which is actually going to start in, well, less than 4 weeks now. So I'm hearing already the clock. I have by my side Dominic Tidy, Chief Operating Officer with EuRA. Thanks a lot, Dom, for accepting the invitation to share some insights into what you're preparing for us all. If you'd like to make a brief intro on yourself and EuRA, please.
Thank you, Madalina. It's lovely to be here. Thank you so much for asking us to do this. It's quite, it's exciting to be part of this, but also we're so excited about Seville. Anyway, we'll get into that. So yeah, I'm Dom Tidy. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at EuRA, and we are in the final run-up to the final preparations to our conference in Seville. We are very excited. The team are really busy. We're in that final phase, when everything is just being sorted out with our venues. And I'm very delighted to say that the shipping has arrived in Spain. That's always something which makes me very relieved. So yeah, it's great. I am super privileged to have been part of every EuRA conference, with the exception of the very first meeting, which took place in Brussels. But since Barcelona in 1998, I have been part of the EuRA conferencing team, and the highlight.
I was thinking, thank you very much, Dominic. I was thinking the other day with Elena that along the years, these annual EuRA conferences are the place to be in our industry, right? It's a place where you're meeting friends and you're making new friends, and you're meeting old friends, and you're making partnerships, and you grow. It's like a religion or something, you need to be there. And we can't forget Dubrovnik, because we missed it, and it will be stuck with us forever that we missed Dubrovnik. So you can't miss Europe. That's a fact. That's a fact. So moving. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, if we ever go back to Dubrovnik, I'll absolutely make sure I give you advanced recognition. And
yes,
we'll make
please do. So, Dominic, our business model, right? For the past 2 years, we've been talking a lot with many taxation, immigration, visa, relocation, destination providers all around the world. We have close to 200 EuRA members as our partners on the marketplace. Yeah. I believe we were having meetings with various EuRA members on every other week. So we've been in touch with a lot of people during this period of seclusion and restrictions otherwise, right, via Teams, via Zoom, and so on. In the past couple of weeks, however, preparing our meetings, agenda, and so on for Seville, we felt a special atmosphere around this event, something that we really honestly have never felt before. A special need to connect, to get together. And I heard things like, please be prepared. Whoever is watching us and recognizes their expressions and their words, please raise your hand, and please add how you feel about EuRA this year. So I heard things like, I'm really counting the days until I arrive in Seville. I can't wait to have a drink with my friends as soon as I get there, even if this means it will be in the parking lot of the hotel. I'm giddy with excitement. I'm ridiculously excited. And it's like Christmas for adults. This one belongs to Mika from Fluency Corp. Hello, Mika. See you soon. So it seems that you have a lot of pressure, to put up with in organizing this Congress. Do you feel the same excitement behind the curtains regarding this event, or is it I'm just delusional, you know. What do you
No.
think the attendees' expectations are for this event?
Do you know, you raised such a good point. I mean, the only time in the history of EuRA that I can remember the same level of excitement was when we got together in Palma after not being able to get together the year before because of the volcano eruption in Iceland. And so that conference took off. And it was the same sense of, I mean, that was 1 year. This has been 3 years. And, you know, like you say, we have not been able to get together. This has been, you know, it's such a part of our collective careers now that we come to EuRA, we come to the big conference, we celebrate, we meet each other, we see each other. It's a way for us to reconnect. And you know, we've used, and I apologize if it's an overused phrase, but we have used the phrase coined by Francis Edmonds, our brilliant conference host, for 10 years, the EuRA family. And that is what it feels like. You know, it's like getting back together with your extended family. And like you, again, I've had emails which are saying, I was at an event in London last week and everyone was saying, everyone's just so excited about getting reconnected. It's been a very long time sharing our lives on Zoom and we need to be, you know, so yes. And also there's a little bit more pressure that the event goes really well.
Just a little bit. Okay. We'll see.
But we have, I mean, the venue in Seville, the Hotel Amelia Sevilla, have been amazing over the last 3 years. Our gala dinner venue, our party night venue, everyone who's worked so hard on the program, it's you know, it's going to be good. What concerns me, I guess, is that the weather's going to be fantastic. The pool terrace at the Amelia Sevilla is beautiful. We've got this incredible program lined up and everyone's going to be sitting in the sun. That's what worries me the most.
What can go wrong? Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people coming up. So, well, hello, everybody. Thank you very much for watching us.
Lovely to see all these messages.
Sorry?
Lovely to see all these messages.
Yeah. We have a lot of people. Stefan Dimitrov, the time has come. We are here waiting to start. I know. David Welch, hello from US. David, I don't think you'll be coming this year. Unfortunately, we're super sorry. So who else we have here? Richard, hello Richard. Maria Curi, hello Maria. I cannot wait for EuRA. Likewise, we have the same feeling. Inigo Lopez, hola from Spain. Looking forward to seeing you all in Sevilla. Nicola Arsani from Austria. Looking very much to see everybody, and a lot of partners here and friends. Looking forward to this conference.
Exciting. This makes it even more.
Yeah. So no pressure, Dominic. No pressure at all.
No pressure.
So we were in the office the other day, and Elena and I, and she got suddenly excited, you know, and we just shouted, Madalina, EuRA is having a direct client symposium.
Yes.
You posted it on LinkedIn the other day as well. I'm mentioning this because this is a very, very important topic for us, and well, I think for everybody in the industry, actually, because this was the main driver that set things in motion with xpath.global, right? To offer local experts and local businesses the chance to get and manage direct clients worldwide. That's what marketplaces do, actually. And I'd like to take the chance and congratulate the speakers in this panel who are also our partners, Simon Robbins, Robert Baldwin, Marie O'Neill, Ira Lemedwinen, Irene Bond, and David Allard. I'm sure they are coming with great insights and experience, as they are true visionaries. Getting back to the symposium, why would be this the first time you're having such a symposium on such a topic? Were there any requests from the attendees in this regard, or what?
It's a really good question, and I'm thrilled that this is going ahead. And huge shout out and thanks to Sophie and for Simon for putting this together. We had a comment at the end of the Dubrovnik conference from one of our delegates saying, not everyone works in the RMC supply chain. And
Dubrovnik, right? Dubrovnik. We have not been in Dubrovnik.
Sorry, say that. Yes, it's and we did some research, and the research came that actually over 50% of EuRA members have over 50% of their business from direct clients. So we felt it was important. We've been really delighted by how much the RMCs have engaged with EuRA. You know, we have an RMC DSP forum every year. We've been running those sessions at the conference. And, you know, that's a huge part of what the conference is about. But in also to balance it for our members who don't necessarily work fully within the third-party supply chain, we wanted to do something. So in Munich, we arranged for a session, which was based on, you know, working with direct clients, and it was really popular and really successful. Quite a few people who are on the call today were there. And so, yeah, it was decided that we would add to that program on the Tuesday. So we already had immigration, which I think has been going since we were in Malta, or maybe even Warsaw, I think, back. And then we added corporate housing when we were in Munich, I think, and now working with direct clients. So the Tuesday will be the day of the symposia. And it's great from the point of view that people now have these three focuses that they can choose from before we go into the bigger, wider program, which looks, you know, more directly at relocation supply within destination service providers. So it's a good time to be, you know, making sure we're representing all of the EuRA members as best we can.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Super. Jennifer Christensen, 28 sleeps. Okay. That's a fun. Yeah. Surely there are members, Dom, that confirmed the attendance a long time ago, right? And paid for everything back in 2019. They cannot come due to various reasons, right? I'm thinking here, for example, the partners in Ukraine, right? But also perhaps other partners that might still have some restrictions in place. What would be the setup for them?
First of all, I wrote in the European that went out a couple of weeks ago that there is a strange tension. We are all so excited about getting together in Seville because we haven't seen each other for such a long time. But that excitement is tempered by the fact that members of our family will not be able to be there because of terrible events that have happened in the world, and particularly our colleagues in Ukraine. So what we will do is we will get together in the spirit of friendship, kindness, and family, which has supported the EuRA family for the last over 20 years, to try and counteract the negativity that's happening in the world. We will continue to raise money for Ukraine. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute.
Yeah.
But certainly I actually spoke with our AV guys yesterday, and what we are able to, thanks to innovations that I now know about through like you, and through doing virtual conferences. We did the Not in Seville get together, we did the Spring Summit, we did the Fall Forum. We now are able to live stream any of the recorded sessions through our YouTube channel. So all of the sessions which are happening in the big room, which is called Heralda, which you'll see on the program is on the website. You can just download all of those programs. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be live streamed on YouTube. They'll also be recorded, and we'll be putting them on YouTube the following week. But I'm just making sure that anybody who cannot make it will be able to access those sessions through the app. So although it's directly live on our YouTube channel, it will be closed, as it were. So if you have the app, you'll be able to watch it. If you don't have the app, it's closed to the EuRA delegates, which is
a great idea. That's really a great idea. You mentioned a bit earlier. Well, I actually had a question, especially for this topic. So. Well, when the war broke out in Ukraine, we had a series of live events on the topic with Ukrainian partners, EU immigration advisors, well, trying to make some sense and bring updates in the madness that was happening in the first days and in the first week, and to show, of course, our solidarity and help as best as we could. We believe it's important to keep showing our solidarity until the war is over, because it's not over. Marina from EuRA Relocation and Elena from Soft Landing Group, you will be sorely missed at this conference. And well, we want you to know that all of us are thinking of you. I know EuRA has set up a support action for Ukraine and funding channel. Perhaps you can tell us more about the whole action.
Yes, sure. I mean, we have a Just Giving page. Just go to justgiving.com and search for EuRA Foundation. We set up a fund at the beginning of the war, of the invasion, to support the work of the United Nations Humanitarian Relief Fund and for the International Committee of the Red Cross, both of whom are on the ground in Ukraine, had actually had quite a presence in Ukraine because of COVID, and they were able to work very quickly when the war happened. So we will be continuing to raise funds through that Just Giving page. Please, €1, €10. Some people have been so generous that it's amazing. So thank you to everyone who's donated. We will be continuing that in Seville. So I'm sure most of you who've been to our conference before know the EuRA Foundation always raises money for a local charity, and obviously we've been working with our local charity in Seville since 2019. It is called Andex Cancer, and it raises funds for the children's hospice system in Andalusia. So we will be raising jointly for the 2 programs in Ukraine and for the children's hospice in Seville. And all we would say is we'll try and do as much creative things as possible in order to raise money. We have a silent auction. If anybody wants to bring an item for the silent auction, we're always incredibly grateful. Lots of people have been incredibly supportive about that. So we will do our absolute best to make sure that we can do everything we can for our colleagues and our family members who are involved in this.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Don, very much. What would be the panels and the sessions that had the largest audience?
It's a really
the largest attendance intent, let's say, from what you have seen from the people that registered, or the ones that have been most popular so far. If you can give us some highlights in terms of agenda, program, main speakers.
Yes, delighted. So the Hoover app allows people to say, I'm coming to this, I'll see you at this session, I'll see you at that session. It's not really a scientific measure of how popular the sessions will be, but I can tell you that the 3 things that always attract are things that we've done all the time. So obviously our opening session, our opening keynote speaker, that's always extremely popular. And our opening keynote speaker this year is Ben Smith, amazing.
Wow.
His bio is on the Hoover app. Really is. I'll let you into a backstage piece of information. Michael Vermark, Minnie, who's in charge of our AV crew, who has been with us for the last 12 years, has never once recommended a keynote speaker. And he works on conferences 365 days a year. And Ben Smith is the only guy he's ever recommended. So he is going to be good. So that's fascinating and exciting. The RMC DSP forum is always incredibly popular. And that's happening on Thursday afternoon. And then, of course, the closing keynote. We have an amazing closing keynote speaker, Dan Tromeser. And then, of course, the reveal for where we'll be going in 2023 is always very popular. There are some amazing sessions from DE&I to radical collaboration to managing the crisis as it unfolded for all of us. There are some really fantastic pieces of our program this year. And again, that is thanks to the fact that the EuRA members make their submissions and work very hard on getting those sessions together. So like I say, anything that you see that's taking place in the room, Geralda, will be recorded and live streamed on YouTube. But there are so many other concurrent sessions happening at the same time, it's impossible to list them all. But they are on the app. We have, let me just have a quick look. We have 32 different sessions, not including some of our own. We have a newcomers reception, we have getting EuRA qualified, we have learning about the MIM program, and we have over 70 speakers. So we're very excited.
Excellent. Can you share the book with us as well? You can send me the link, and I can.
Ben will be. Yeah, Ben will be signing copies of his book. So this guy, he's amazing. He ran 401 marathons in 401 days to raise money for anti-bullying of children in schools. And he's taking the same foundation across America, and he's going to cycle and run across all 52 American states. So it's going to be excellent. Oh, Maria, you're saying a question about Geralda. The room is actually spelled it's spelled with a G. Geralda.
It's Geralda, Maria.
Geralda. The symposium sessions on Tuesday won't be recorded. And I know this is a big problem for everybody because there's 3 fantastic symposiums happening. Which do you decide to go to? We'll come up with something for next year. We'll do something.
Dominic, you mentioned a couple of numbers before, right? If we are to summarize the conference in numbers, what would be Seville by the numbers?
Well, I suppose the biggest one is attendees. At the moment, it's 690, and we still have a wait list. But that's fluctuating, obviously, as it always does as we get closer. I can tell you, we have postponed this conference 5 times. That's got to be a record.
5 times. Definitely a record, yeah.
It's like, not again. So that was a pretty big number. I'll tell you 2 numbers which are very useful, just in terms of a little bit of housekeeping. A cab from the airport to the hotel is about 25 euros, and an Uber from the airport to the hotel is about 15 euros. So that's two important numbers. We have the other one that I just thought was rather fun. Seville is the 4th largest, most populated city in Spain, and like all Spanish cities, has an incredible food culture. There are 5,700 restaurants in Seville, so it's going to be difficult in just a few days to sample them all. But there are restaurant recommendations on the app, and these are all places that we have been or our teams have recommended while we've been doing the site visit. So just take a look on the app for any restaurant recommendations.
Excellent. Excellent. We have EuRA. Hello, EuRA, as well. Hoping to see you all in the Working with Direct Client Symposium on Tuesday. Yeah.
Excellent.
So just to drop this information here, xpath.global is a sponsor for the EuRA Congress in Seville, and we will be pretty ubiquitous. I practice pronouncing this word, ubiquitous. Yeah. Thank you, Dom. And you can find us at our stand in the exhibition area, and you can find us in the tech room, which we booked for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to have our meetings with our current partners and the new potential partners. If you'd like to set up a meeting and find out more about working with direct clients, growing your business, increase your visibility, you will see my calendar in the comment section in a second. You can book a meeting with us or drop me a line via email or LinkedIn, however it's easier. We're looking forward to meeting you. Dominic, we tell this story every time we meet, right? It was back in 2013, and EuRA was organized in Bucharest, and I know you and Elena had quite a hard time, not to say nightmare, trying to rent the second biggest, largest building in the world, right? The Parliament House. Has something like this happened in Seville as well? What were the most important 3 challenges that you were faced with in organizing this conference? And what's different from organizing all the other conferences in the past?
Do you know what's? It's really interesting because I mean it's a huge privilege to organize these conferences. It really is great fun. I would say probably. Bucharest was very interesting. There was a layer of bureaucracy. It was a government building. Everyone had to bring their passports, and I know all of us on the team were really afraid someone would forget and they wouldn't get into the gala dinner. But everybody remembered, which was great. So this year we have 2 amazing venues. I think probably what's changed, interestingly, is in Mercado de Loña del Barranco, which is where we're running the party night on Friday. When we first site visits back in 2017, they had an outdoor disco by the river. And this was a big part of why we chose the venue, because everyone loves to have a dance on the last night of the conference. And we thought, great, everyone can have dinner in the Mercado and then down onto the rest of the river deck for some serious dancing and partying.
Sounds amazing. Yeah.
Great. But lockdown happened and neighborhoods were not then partying anymore till 2-3 in the morning. And when it reopened as a venue, there were complaints about noise for the first time ever. So we have an alternative. We're still doing the disco, but we had to move it indoors. It's just one of those little things that, as time moves forward, things change. And that's something they as a venue never expected to happen. I mean, this is Seville, it's an outdoor lifestyle from May till October. So they were as surprised as we were. But there's always something. I mean, in Budapest, the Danube flooded. We couldn't be on the boat for the party night. In Palma, we couldn't. There was just me and Tad in the hotel and 4 other people who'd made it the week before. There's always something. It's never, ever boring.
Excellent, excellent. Why reset, revive, and thrive?
So originally, back in 2020, the theme was recognition, reputation, revelation, and we were going to be building on what we talked about the year before about how your brand is your reputation and how that was going to work. We felt that we needed to, we took a lot of the content from that conference and put it into the online conferences that we did over the last 2 years. So we felt it was time for a new approach. And Reset, Revive, and Thrive just came about because, my goodness, I mean, how many conversations have we had over the last 2 years about, Renee, who's on the call, I remember she said, if I hear somebody say the word pivot one more time over this, that's what we had to do. Everyone had to reset, change what we did. I mean, you know, I never thought that we would be arranging conferences on a screen. You know, I mean, I never thought that. You never thought you'd be doing virtual home searches, all the things that changed. So we felt it would be great to have reset as one theme, revive, how are we rebuilding, and then thrive, how do we go forward as an industry with everything that we've learned and making our amazing industry even more amazing as a result of what's happened.
That's beautiful. Thanks a lot, Dominic. Hello, Rohit. We're really sorry. I know you couldn't get the visas for 2013 conference in Romania. We're really sorry about that. I don't think this is the same situation anymore, right? So we're good now.
But you know what? And I will just tell you this. I'm sure we've had this. I know Elena and I have had this conversation before. But you know, every year we send out a big questionnaire. How was the conference? Did you enjoy it? We always ask about what did you think of the hotel? The Intercontinental in Bucharest got the best reviews of any venue that we've ever used anywhere. Yeah. Even up until now, because the staff team were unbelievably kind to everybody. It was a great experience. We had a great time.
Great. So it's been sold out long time ago, right? As far as I know. What's the feedback that you have received from members so far? Has this ever happened before? Such a long wait list, and why do you think this is?
It's a really, really good question. There's two really basic answers to that. The first is, again, from the feedback that we've got from delegates over the years, they really don't want the conference to get too much bigger. You know, it's 650, 700 people in a venue. It's difficult to meet with everybody. We've tried to do what we can with technology. The app certainly makes it easier for people to be able to network and connect. But what we do not wish to do is move into congress centers. You know, and in Europe, as you know, we're limited. The capacity in hotels is limited. You know, if you go to the big WRC conference in the States, it's actually easy in America to find a conference venue that can accommodate 2,000, 3,000 people. It's not in Europe. We are limited to much smaller venues. So we took the decision quite a long time ago. I think, Tad, if you're on the call, just pop a note in. I think we've been sold out since 2012. So now people are aware of that and they book. So this conference was sold out in December 2019. That's when we started the wait list. And it really isn't, you know, we want to accommodate everybody that we possibly can. So the biggest tip is please put your booking in before December, because unfortunately, again, our conference, you know, our venue next year and our venue the year after, they're the same numbers. So that's basically why we sell out. And I hope also it's because people just have a great time. And it's a really
is your list in progress? Because I keep receiving delegate lists, and I have, oh my God, I have to reread them, you know.
I know. This is actually as fluid as I think we've ever been at this stage right before the conference. And I think there's quite a few reasons for that. I mean, there are still travel restrictions in place. So I've just put a thing, we have a list of testing centers on the website that are close to the hotel, because certainly I know that our delegates coming in from North America, for example, at the moment, unless the rules change, have to test before flying back. So, you know, that's a big deal. If you're, you know, so we've done what we can. Like I said, the testing places are in place, but I think this is why the delegate list has been quite fluid. I think, again, there are still restrictions for our members coming in from Asia. So it's different across the world.
As surprisingly this might seem, you know.
Yeah, and it's a really international conference. So, you know, it's like last week we ran an event in London that was purely more or less just people from the UK and Europe, and that's much simpler because the rules are much more simple now, but they don't change.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. The comments are not exactly in sync with LinkedIn. But Rohit Kumar wants to meet Dracula, so perhaps as a future venue, Bucharest might be considered at some point again, right?
Wonderful.
So Dominic, what shall we expect in a nutshell as a wrapping up teaser, let's say? What do you have for us?
I think the feeling is going to be different. I think that we're always so pleased to get together at a EuRA conference. This time, I know a lot of people are coming in a lot earlier than they would normally. Many people are staying on afterwards. I think you sent me an email and said, are people just going to be sitting in the bar and hugging and celebrating? And I think, yes, I think there's going to be an awful lot of that going on. I think we've not seen each other for such a long time. And, you know, our friendships are deep and lasting and important. And we've been, you know, we haven't been able to do that. So I think it's going to be emotional, actually.
Very emotional, very emotional. I forgot to mention when I enumerated how people are feeling. Somebody mentioned that they will spend the whole week crying and drinking, you know. So that sums up everything, you know.
It's true.
Yeah, quite emotional.
We'll make sure there are rehydration stations all over the hotel. Very important.
And please do not book meetings early at the first hour in the morning, you know.
You know what? I'm so glad you said that. This is Spain, okay? You know, nobody starts going out in the evening until 9 o'clock at night. You know, there's going to be a few late nights, that's for sure. So yeah, we're not starting our programs until like 10:30, I think, on Wednesday. It's a little bit early. Yeah.
Excellent. Super. I think this wraps up our short session today. I'm sure everybody found it extremely interesting. Thanks a lot for the time to join us and well, of course, giving us this sneak peek. You know, now we're all counting the days with more gusto. You know, we're
very true. I love what 28 sleeps. I'm going to have to write that down. And
28 sleeps. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
You know, we leave just over 2 weeks' time to Seville, so we cannot wait.
Oh, you're leaving that early.
Yeah, we're nearly we're a whole week in advance of the conference. Yeah, just to make sure everything's okay.
For personal reasons or for business reasons, just organizing.
Make sure everything's okay. Any last minute things that we need to attend to, like I say, if there are. We just want to make sure we know exactly where testing places are. We need to make sure that there are some practical things in place. For example, we need to revisit the gala dinner venue. We need to revisit the party night venue. And we've also got 700 delegate bags to pack, that always takes a few days.
That might take a while.
Going round and round the table. Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Dominic Tidy. Thank you, everybody. Meanwhile, please follow our xpath.global pages on LinkedIn and YouTube to get updates on our upcoming live events. In case you'd like to meet up with us in Seville, just let me know. Drop me a LinkedIn message or anything you want. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody and seeing everybody again. So hope to see you very, very soon, less than 4 weeks.
Absolutely. Cannot wait. Don't forget, the app is all live. You can message each other and start making meetings, and we cannot wait to see you. And Madalina, we will have a large glass of cava by the pool.
Oh, definitely. Dominic. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.